Alright, today's task is to replace the air filter on Wendy's Honda CB500X. I've been a bit slack. I think it's been about 40,000 K since I've changed it. So this is just the standard replacement air filter. And I've got my safety glasses, my safety gloves and my skin-toed safety boots. So I'm all ready to go. This is a pretty straightforward job. So first step is to take off the seat. The air filter is actually in front of the battery, so the battery has to come out to get to it, but that's a pretty simple job. I'm using a 10mm socket to get the bolts out from the battery, but really you can do it the whole job with just a Phillips screwdriver. The battery strap was a bit of a pain to undo. I ended up using a screwdriver to unclip it. With the battery removed, we've got access to the 4 screws that hold the mounting for the air filter. There's 2 on the top there, and there's 2 immediately below those 2 as well. There's an electrical plug here. Theoretically you could just unclip it, but it's easier just to undo the bolt and remove it. Now for those bottom 2. Well, it's too dark to show you where they are, but they're were a real pain to get to, and I had to use a magnet to finally get the screws out. And with a little bit of wiggling and woggling, finally got the housing out with the air filter attached. There are 4 screws that attach to the air filter housing. These have to be undone and reused. Okay, let's see how dirty it is. Well, it's a bit hard to see down there, but you can see that it's black. It's not supposed to be black, it's supposed to be green. So it is fairly dirty, but fortunately it's clean on the other side. So it's been doing its job, but you can see how nice and clean the new one is. Using the same 4 screws, it's a simple job of putting the new filter back onto the housing again. All back together, and time to replace it. The top 2 screws are easy to put back in. Now it's time to try and get those bottom 2 in. Unfortunately, I've got a too short or a too long screwdriver to get down in there to get those 2 bottom screws. And I just kept dropping the screws and to pull them out with a magnet till I got totally sick of it and said, forget it, I'm not putting those 2 screws in. Of course, you shouldn't ever do that. But there's a lip all around the housing, and those top 2 hold it nice and firm, so I'm happy with that bodge job. The strap was just as hard to get on as it was to get off, so again I'm using a screwdriver to help stretch the strap over the clip, and eventually I'll get it on. Not a great big deal. Job's almost done. Just replace the seat and that'll be it. Another little maintenance job completed. And because these filters aren't reusable, it's into the bin, unfortunately.